Hi guys, I am Ayushi, your mentor for law entrance exams, and welcome to Law Digest. Now this video in continuation with our revision series of family law, and in this particular video we are going to cover joint Hindu family, joint family property, coparcenary, all these concepts we are going to cover in this video in form of questions like we always do. Just in case you are new to this channel, do subscribe to this channel for more such videos and hit the bell icon for regular instant updates. So let's look at the first question. सबसे पहला question है, what are the two main schools of Hindu law? So as you'll see, all these laws, they are generally family law, in Muslim law, Hindu law, these are governed by schools. Like in Muslim law there are Shia and Sunni are the different sects, and there are different schools. Hanabali, Hanafi are the schools. Similarly in Hindu law there are two major schools. What are these schools? Daya Bhaga and Mitakshara. Daya Bhaga and Hanafi, as I just mentioned, Hanafi falls under Muslim law, so this option is ruled out. Mitakshara and Yajnavalakya. Now Yajnavalakya is a commentary under the Mitakshara school, so this is like a book in which the followings of Mitakshara school have been written, or Mitakshara and Mithila school. Now the correct answer to this is option A, that is Daya Bhaga and Mitakshara. These are the two schools of Hindu law. Moving forward, let's look at the next question. Under the Mitakshara system, the right in the joint family properties are acquired by. So if there is a joint family property pertaining to a family, then the right to that property is acquired through which of the following modes? By birth, by inheritance, by will, or none of the above. Now when we speak of Mitakshara system, the rights are acquired through birth. That is the whole difference between Mitakshara and Daya Bhaga system. In Daya Bhaga system, the school of law, the rights are acquired through inheritance or will. That is the main difference between the two schools. These are just simple basics that you need to know. You need not get into too much of detail, but yes, certain basics you need to know just in case you are new to the concept of family law and you do not know that how to cover it, from where to cover it. You can check our website www.lawdigest.in for our online modules. Then next is, what is the effect of Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005? Now this you must have heard that after the Succession Act 2005, females were given equal rights and everything. So let us understand in law what exactly does it mean. Women have been given equal proprietary rights in ancestral property. तो जो पूर्वजों की property है उसमें women को equal rights दिए गए हैं. Like that of a son. So son or daughter का same right है. Son or daughter have the same right. Then women can be a karta. जो daughter है family की, she can be a karta if she is the eldest female in the family, the eldest person in the family. Females and males have been put on an equal footing with respect to pious obligations. This is not the correct answer. Pious obligations are with respect to a son only. A son is supposed to perform certain duties. Being a son of a father, there are certain duties that the customs put upon the son, that he needs to, light the deathbed of the father, or he needs to pay off the debts of the father. So these are the pious obligations of a son. When we speak of Hindu Succession Act, Amendment Act 2005, this 2005 is very important. Daughters were placed in equal position as of the son with respect to ancestral property. They have an equal share and they can also be a karta. Therefore, option D is the correct answer to this question. Then the next question is, who are co-partners? Co-partners कौन होते हैं? जिनका interest by birth है in the ancestral property, या फिर वो बस members of family हैं, or they have interest by birth in the joint family property, or none of the above. The correct answer to this question is option C, that they are those people who have interest by birth in the joint family property. जो भी joint family property में property है उसमें इन लोगों का interest होता है, and these people are known as co-partners. They are basically the members of the family, but co-partners को हम specific use of the term we do in respect of the joint family property. Then next is, a joint Hindu family is headed by whom? A joint Hindu family is headed by a karta. Always a karta is the person who heads the joint Hindu family. Then moving on to the next one, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कैन बी पार्टीशन. अब इनमें से कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी पार्टीशन करी जा सकती है? सेल्फ अक्वायर्ड प्रॉपर्टी, को पार्सनरी प्रॉपर्टी, फैमिली आइडल और वेल. तो the correct answer to this question is co-parcenary property. It is the property that can be partitioned. Co-parcenary property is also known as joint family property. सो जो जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली की प्रॉपर्टी है सिर्फ उसी का पार्टीशन हो सकता है. सेल्फ अक्वायर्ड प्रॉपर्टी कैन नॉट बी पार्टीशन. सो इफ अ पर्सन हैज सर्टेन प्रॉपर्टी व्हिच ही हैज अक्वायर्ड थ्रू हिज ओन सेल्फ, दैट कैन नॉट बी पार्टीशन. नो वन कैन सीक द पार्टीशन ऑफ दैट प्रॉपर्टी. This that belongs to that particular individual only. Self acquired property passes to the surviving co-partners, passes as per the law of succession. There is a restriction on alienation or none of the above. तो इसका जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज जो सेल्फ अक्वायर्ड प्रॉपर्टी होती है वो लॉ ऑफ सक्सेशन के थ्रू ही पास होती है. इट डज नॉट गो बाय द फैक्ट दैट इट विल पास ऑन टू द सर्वाइविंग को-पार्टनर्स. वो एंसेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी के केस में होता है. सेल्फ अक्वायर्ड प्रॉपर्टी के केस में लॉ ऑफ सक्सेशन अप्लाई होता है. Then moving on to the next one, joint family property includes which of the following properties? अब you must have seen that joint family property term we've also used, and we've also used the term ancestral property. तो joint family property क्या होता है? It includes ancestral property, and apart from that और क्या क्या चीजें होती हैं? Accretion. तो कोई भी चीज if something has been acquired using the ancestral property with the aid of ancestral property, then detriment being any property that is acquired at the cost of ancestral property, that is also included in joint family property. And blending meaning that if any individual co-partner is throwing away his property into the common stock, वो अपनी ओन विल से, अपनी वोल्यूशन से अपनी कोई प्रॉपर्टी कॉमन स्टॉक में दे देता है जो जॉइंट फैमिली प्रॉपर्टी का पार्ट बन जाती है. सो दैट ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर अ पार्ट ऑफ जॉइंट फैमिली प्रॉपर्टी. देयरफॉर ऑप्शन डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. Next question, what is separate property? As I told earlier, separate property is different from ancestral property. Separate property is self-acquired property. It is the property which an individual obtains through his own knowledge, his own skill, and उसका ancestral property से कोई लेना देना नहीं होता है. So it is property acquired by an individual without the assistance of family funds. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Coming on to the last question, who operates the account of an HUF? HUF का account कौन operate करता है? हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली का account operate करता है कोई co-partner या फिर कर्ता, or any male member of the family, or none of the above. Karta is the person who operates this account. Karta is normally the eldest male member of the family, but after the 2005 amendment, even a female can be a Karta. So the definition has changed from 2005. So with this, we come to the end of this video. So in case you have any doubts or queries with respect to this video, you can mention the same in the comment box below. In case you have missed out on previous videos on family law, then the link of the same have been provided in the top right corner of this video. There are certain cards that are there. You can refer to those, or you can probably go to the YouTube channel and playlist में जाके आप रिविजन सीरीज फैमिली लॉ ऑप्ट कर सकते हैं. वहां पे आप वीडियोस देख सकते हैं. एंड जस्ट इन केस एनी अदर असिस्टेंस इज रिक्वायर्ड, यू कैन गेट इन टच विद मी, or you can browse through our website if you're looking for any online material on family law.